Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today we have got a lot to talk about, so I just want to start off by welcoming our Let's Go family members. Thank you so very much for your wonderful support and all you bring to our Let's Go family. I'd also like to welcome everyone who is new. We are really glad to have you with us. If there's anyone here who hasn't subscribed yet, we would love it if you would subscribe to our channel, and I think it will help you as well. We have an amazing Let's Go family here. We do everything we can to keep everyone up to date on everything that has to do if you're thinking of going on a cruise or you've got a cruise booked. This is a really wonderful community to be a part of. So first of all, I wanted to let you all know, I have mentioned for the last few months that my medallion hasn't been working. The app, sorry, I should say the app. The medallions are fine. But my app has not been working, and it worked without a glitch on all of the 3 cruises that we went on. Like we went last August, and then in October, and then this January. We were fine. Not too long after we got home, my medallion app, it wouldn't work anymore. I would try to log in. It wouldn't let me log in. If I logged in with my booking number, it would find, it would bring up that one booking, but it wouldn't show the other cruises we had booked. It wouldn't show my picture or any other information that we had loaded. I had talked to Princess about it twice, and they could see that there was trouble with it, but they said, yeah, we're having a lot of trouble, and didn't offer really any help with it. And so I wanted to tell you what we stumbled across. So this whole time, Gordon's has worked just fine. And so he was just fiddling around with it the other evening. And I want to show you. So you go ahead and log in. Sorry about my light there. You log in, and then right here, once you're under the travel checklist here, see right there it says personal information and documents. You click on that. I'm sorry, I'm just waiting. It's just loading here. So as soon as it loads, I'll show you. But anyway, it made it so that mine worked fine. So see, it just brings you right up there. Right at the very bottom, it says link booking. I don't know if you can see that there, but I wanted to show you how to get to that page. Right at the bottom, it says link booking. And when you click on that, I won't show you that page because it has my birthday on there, but it just brings up, the person's name. So on mine, because Gordon and I are together, it shows us both of them. And so he just linked the booking underneath my name, the booking number for our next cruise. And now my problems are solved as far as the app goes. Everything comes up just fine. It pulled all of my information, shows all of the cruises we've got booked on Princess right now. So it worked. And so if one of you, and like whoever you're going to sail with, if one of you's app is working and the other one isn't, that is a really good thing to try and see if you can maybe get the other app to work. So I know there's a lot. I had done all of the things that we always tell each other to do, like deleting the app and downloading it and logging in with booking number, just all of the things we're always trying, and that wasn't working. So I just hope that helps somebody. The next item that I wanted to talk to you about is we are hearing of some people being moved from one stateroom to another on the ship. Now, when we went on our cruise in January, this happened, but it was no big deal for us because we had a balcony. They just moved us to another balcony, and they actually moved us a little more midship than we were, and so we didn't care. It was on a different deck, but it was okay. It wasn't, I don't like to be on the very top. I like to be a little bit more about halfway down when we cruise, but anyway, so we are hearing of some people having some of their lovely, 2 people contacted me yesterday, and I mentioned it in our live last night, having their beautiful balcony suites moved to another one that is not as desirable. And so we have a really great Let's Go family member who added a comment here, and I think it is really valuable for everybody. This is just a thing to kind of keep in your back pocket in case anything like that happens. And I'm also thinking that for those of you who are having this problem, if Princess won't refund any of your money because you paid for a more desirable cabin than another, plus the courtesy of they should refund some because you're being moved out of where you booked a couple of years ago, this might work. So it says, This is our Let's Go family member, Bill. He says, last December, they got on the Emerald to go on their Panama Canal cruise, and they downloaded his cabin. He had booked and fully paid for his cruise 2 years ago in the owner's suite on the Dolphin deck, and they moved him to a penthouse suite, to the penthouse next to the stairs under the Lido deck. And nobody wants to be under the Lido deck. I try really hard, like, you don't want to be under the Lido deck unless you're getting a super great deal on your cabin and you choose that. Don't move people there. So anyway, he says, I was not happy. When I got on the ship, I slipped the desk manager $50 and he put them in a penthouse suite in aft, which was literally next to the owner's suite that he was supposed to have. He says, plus it had people in it. I raised a stink and they refunded the cabin difference and gave $1,000 onboard shipboard credit. He said he wasn't happy with that because they got his money back, but it was better than nothing. They had a good cruise. They still had a wonderful time, but this is a really good tip, everybody. So if you get on the ship and they have moved your cabin and like if you knew about it before and they won't give you any money back, go talk to the desk manager. And if you want a better cabin, try slipping him $50 and see if that works. But also, that is a really good time if you have been on the phone and you cannot get Princess on the phone to budge and give you any money back. I would say definitely don't let it go. Talk to them on the ship, because clearly Bill and his family, they had this cruise booked 2 years ago, as I am hearing from the other 2 people who contacted me yesterday. And I don't really care if they are moving you because they're using that as a quarantine deck or for whatever reason. It is still not okay to not give you something for it, and I feel like they need to do better with that. So there we go. There's a tip for you. Now, I've been hearing from several of our Let's Go family members. Some were on the Discovery Princess last week and some are on this week. And so first of all, let me go ahead. We've got an amazing Let's Go family member, Fred, and he gives us so much information. So let me tell you what he said. So last week when they were on the ship, there were 2,303 passengers. He heard that there were going to be about 1,000 more this week, and indeed there are. 222 of the people who were on last week are actually doing a back-to-back to do it this week. And he said that the way they worked it is they had everyone go to the Vista Lounge to be tested. But then, because you have been out of the country, they went to Mexico, the people who are going to be staying on for the next week have to actually get up, go through customs, and get back on the ship. And so that's how they're working it there in Los Angeles with the Discovery Princess. And then if you missed my video the other day, as we know, they were sailing out of berth 50, and there was such a long and arduous process to get everyone on the ship last week that Fred pointed out that the president of Princess Cruise Lines, John Paget, said this is unacceptable. We can't do this. And so the Discovery Princess docked at berth 93, and that is where everyone disembarked and embarked the ship for this cruise that's going this week. And so we're hearing that went much better. The other thing that I wanted to let you know is he was able to talk to the internet manager on the ship. And, you know, we've been hearing that on the Enchanted and on the Emerald Princess, as they head off on their transatlantics, everyone has been, and if you missed this, I did a video about it a day or two ago, so just go back and look, about there's going to be trouble with the internet. And so based on what he has been told by the internet manager there on the ship, what is going to be going on with the Enchanted Princess and the Emerald Princess as they do their transatlantic is not the same problem that just happened on the Sky Princess. And so hopefully you all will have a little bit more internet than they did on the Sky Princess crossing. But I would love to hear from you all about how the internet goes, as well as everything else. And so do, if you have a minute, send me an email. And I know that maybe if the internet's not good, I shouldn't be the first person to email, but maybe when you get over to Europe, you can let me know, or to the UK, wherever you're headed there. I would love to hear from you. Let's see, that is all that we have here from Fred. I also wanted to let you know that we heard from Elmer. He is on, they just barely got off as well, sorry. he comments that they also had the 2,303. He said the crew are all still wearing their masks, and he said the passengers not so much, maybe about 50% of the people on board would wear their mask indoors. I love that he gives us the weather report and lets us know that the weather was warm in all 3 ports. They had a fabulous cruise, and he added that the sea days it was a little bit too cold to go in the pool. And so I think that's one of just the risks you run when you're cruising at this time of year. Sometimes it is so warm on these cruises, and sometimes it can be a little bit chilly. But the really nice thing is that there is always so much to do on the ship. So if you can't go swimming, there's lots of other things to do. We also have an update from a Let's Go family member here. She was so kind to tell us. She is on the Discovery Princess right now. They are, she said, today we're in San Francisco. I think she posted this yesterday. Their first port on their California coastal cruise. The ship is amazing, and they couldn't be happier. The crew is among the best they have ever seen, and there is so much to do on board the ship that they are really glad that they are staying on for a second week. The live music on the ship has been excellent. The food has been so good. And I like that they comment, you know, they're doing that no deal or no deal game show on Princess, and they said that they are thoroughly enjoying that. They're doing it in the Princess Theater. It says the audience can buy a game card and play along for prizes, or simply sit back and enjoy the show. So thank you very much, Pat, for letting us know. We really appreciate that. It sounds like everything's going really well. And it sounds like they are also having a few new things that we have not seen on a Princess cruise ship so far as some of the shows and some of the live events like that people participate in. So I think that is really exciting. Another person is on, let's see, Ted is on the Discovery Princess right now, and he said that there are 3,200 passengers on board this week, which is 87%. And so I've had a few emails from people, and I'm trying to get caught up with my emails, but the Discovery Princess is sailing at 87% right now. And I believe the Majestic was at about 80% last week, if I remember correct. And so we are inching up. And especially as we hit springtime and then summertime, I am sure that it's going to be just right up there. So he said that embarkation there at the Pier 93 did go really well. There was just a little bit of a wait. I like that he says the ship smells new, because it is new. And I do like that he also said that even though there are those 3,200 passengers on board, he said the ship feels, excuse me, the ship does feel full, but it doesn't feel crowded. And he said about a third of the passengers on board are wearing their masks indoors on the ship, just around. But, and of course, the crew is always wearing their masks. And so thank you very much, Ronald. I appreciate that update. The next thing that I wanted to tell everybody, we've just got a few more updates here on cruise ships, and I think that this really gives us a really good picture about what is going on in cruising now. So that's why I share all of this with you. We've got Michael and his wife Jane are on the Emerald Princess right now. He said it had been a little bit of a stressful trip, but things were mellowing out. He said they got their COVID tests at CVS, and it took 52 hours for CVS to get them those results. And so luckily they had the backup to walk over to Lab Doc there in Fort Lauderdale. And he said they got their testing, the rapid test done there on Friday morning. He said that the place was fabulous to go to. He highly recommends them, and they got their results back really quick. And so, yeah, and the results from CVS were late. And so everybody keep that in mind. The Lab Doc there is a really good option. And then if you don't want to have to walk anywhere, you can go ahead and book your test through the docgo.com website and have your testing done right there at the port. But Lab Doc, I think, costs about half as much. The DocGo is $100 a test, and if I remember correctly, Michael said that the test over there at the Lab Doc is 40-something. So you might want to have that. It's on 17th there in Fort Lauderdale. So he said that the evening dining on the ship right now is all fouled up. He said the Dine My Way has morphed into Dine Our Way, in that they changed the reservation times and turned it into a traditional set time, and table, which they don't want. He says they blame it on a cruise shortage, and you can try to get into the second dining room, which is anytime dining, but he said the wait is so long. And so everybody, I guess, just know on the Emerald Princess that they're having a hard time with the dining, and I guess pack extra patience when we all go, because this is on the Emerald Princess, but you never know when this might happen on another one. So I guess you don't really get to make a reservation for when and where you want to eat, like we're hoping to be able to do, but you know, I guess you take what you can get. So thank you for letting us know about that. And then he reminds us all that there are no USB ports in the stateroom. I will ask Gordon if he will link that little round. We have a little travel, like it's like a power strip, but in a circle, and it has several outlets that you can put USBs in, as well as regular plugs, and so it really extends how much you can plug in at one time in the stateroom. So thank you for that reminder, Michael. No USB ports in the stateroom there. He said finally that the Emerald Princess is still a wonderful ship. She seems a little bit worn, but he says they did just get off the Enchanted in November. So I am really glad that you're on the ship there, Michael, and I hope you and Jane have a wonderful time. Thanks for that great update. Now, the other day I was telling you about the internet problems that they are expecting on these transatlantic cruises, and I asked if anyone had been on a Princess cruise with a transatlantic this year on another line, or last year. And we've got Mary. She was so kind to say that she was on the Sky Princess Transatlantic just this last November 2021, and she said that there were no Wi-Fi problems whatsoever. And so she wasn't exactly sure why they're having Wi-Fi problems now. But on that transatlantic, I wanted to point out that they test everyone the day before they landed in Fort Lauderdale on that cruise. And so I guess just pack your patience with that too. And just in case they're doing extra testing and it's not in the protocols, because right now in the protocols it's not saying anything about extra testing. So Mary, we really appreciate that update as well. And then this is just a friendly reminder. One of our Let's Go family members sent me an email, and they are on the Enchanted Princess right now. They said they're having a fabulous cruise, that the crew is absolutely wonderful. Everything is going really smoothly. The entertainment is great. Fabulous cruise. She just commented how many people are on this ship that she has just observed, of course. It surely doesn't mean everyone, but she has observed several people not being kind to the crew. And so I know that I am speaking to the choir here, because our Let's Go family members are just the best. But it was just a good reminder to me to just remember to always speak kindly to people, even if you're mad, even if things aren't going your way, because I know that it's really easy to get frustrated when you're on a cruise and things are not going the way that you anticipated. But just remember that the crew are really good people, and they are truly doing their best. And so I just wanted to share that reminder from Kim. Thank you very much. And then this is a really happy thing. I wasn't sure if I should include it or not, but I just was so tickled pink when I read this comment. And it's over there. It's from Leah. It's on our Let's Go Facebook group. And so if you haven't joined us there, you really should. You just go apply like request to be added, and my husband will add you. And we have the best people there. But Leah said she's on the Emerald Princess right now on our first cruise. I've never been at a loss for words. We came on the ship and all I said was, wow. That was until I had German chocolate cake. Oh my goodness, there are no words. We went to the Crown Grill. Oh, the food, the glorious food. There are no words yet again. This brings me to the end of my day. So I just want to let you all know that indeed Leah has the gift of finding the good, and that things are going really well on the cruise ships, even if some things are not perfect. But I just couldn't help but share that review. So thank you, Leah, very much. And then last of all, last night on this, like for the last few weeks, it seems like on our live, someone has asked what we recommend for motion sickness. And we've mentioned Dramamine and the boning, and then there are all the patches that you can get from your doctor and put right back here behind your ear. And people really, those I think I think those are, I don't want to say I fail proof, but so many people swear by those. But and then there's the onboard things that you can get if you didn't bring something. They do have, you can go ask at customer service or the medical center, and they'll give you some seasick medicine. But eating green apples really helps, and I've done that just one time when we were in Antarctica. But I wasn't really sick, but I was worried about being sick, so I ate some green apples, and that really helped. And there's also like ginger candy you can suck on. Those are just some things. But if you're really sick, take some of that medicine. But our Let's Go family member, Michael, he said, my tip for seasickness is to go to Walmart and pick up 100 pills for travel sickness. It's meclizine, MECLIZINE, for less than $6, much cheaper than purchasing a dozen pills of bonine or Dramamine. And so I thought that that was really a really good idea. I'm going to look for them when I go. I had meclizine for an ear problem I had a few years ago, and it was prescription then. So they surely have got something that's over the counter now. So I'll go look for it, and if I can find it, I'll get it and show you all the box so that you can know what's there. That is all of the updates that I've got today. I hope you appreciate this. If any of you have any updates that you would like to share, if you're recently off a cruise or you're on a cruise ship now, we would love to hear from you. We have so many people that want to know what's going on, because it really helps us, I think, have a little bit more confidence to know that things are going well, as well as how to handle some situations. And so if you appreciate these updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up, because that really helps us out. I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.